Eden, 12 was never meant to be a battlefield. It was a quiet human colony, built near a dying red star. Small cities rested under glass domes. Children ran through green parks. Workers mined the nearby asteroids and sent supplies back to Earth. There were no warships in orbit, no heavy weapons. Eden, 12 believed it was safe. The galaxy disagreed. The attack began without warning. Alien warships dropped out of hyperspace and opened fire at once. Blue beams cut through the sky. Defense satellites exploded before they could turn. The first city vanished in a flash of white light. Streets, homes, and lives were erased in seconds. People tried to run. They had nowhere to go. Emergency shelters sealed too late. Transport ships lifted off, only to be burned apart in orbit. The colony's distress calls screamed across space, repeating one simple message again and again. Eden, 12 is under attack. We need help. No one answered. From above, the alien commanders watched calmly. This was not a battle. This was a lesson. Humans, they believed, were weak when isolated. Destroy one colony, and the rest would learn fear. In less than 10 minutes, Eden, 12 was silent. The surface was black glass. The domes were gone. Fire still burned, but no voices remained. The aliens logged the mission as complete and jumped away, already forgetting the name of the place they had erased. They did not know one thing. A single probe survived. Its engines were damaged. Its hull was cracked. But it carried everything. Images of burning cities, audio of final screams, and the last message from the colony governor. Tell Earth we didn't run. Days later, deep within Earth's sensor network, the probe arrived. Analysts watched the footage in silence. No one spoke. No one moved. Then, across Earth, ancient systems woke up. And far beyond the stars, something began to listen. The message from Eden, 12 did not spread through the media. It went deeper. Only a small group on Earth saw the full recording. Military leaders, scientists, old commanders who had not worn uniforms in years. They watched the burning cities in silence. They listened to the final words again and again. No one asked who was responsible. They already knew. Earth had seen attacks before. Piracy, border wars, threats. Humans had answered those with talks, trade, and warnings. Eden, 12 was different. This was not conflict. This was execution. The room stayed quiet for a long time. Then one old admiral stood up. His voice was calm, but his hands were shaking. This was a colony, he said. Families lived there. There were no weapons. No one argued. Across Earth, systems began to unlock. Codes written centuries ago were accepted without question. Files marked never to be used opened for the first time. Deep under the oceans, sealed doors began to move. Inside mountains, power cores warmed from cold sleep. Far from Earth, objects that looked like dead rocks changed course. The public still knew nothing. Cities went on with their day. Traffic moved. Screens played music. But behind the calm surface, Earth was changing. Factories shifted production overnight. Civilian docks cleared space without explanation. Old shipyards, long abandoned, sent their first signals in decades. The galaxy noticed small signs. Human trade ships stopped responding. Exploration vessels vanished from common routes. Earth's diplomats went silent. Messages sent to human space received no reply. Some alien worlds felt uneasy. Others laughed. They believed humans were scared, hiding, mourning, waiting to forgive, as they always did. They were wrong. Earth was not grieving anymore. Earth was counting. And as the numbers grew, so did the silence, a silence spreading outward. As 500,000 warships prepared to leave the dark, the final decision was not made in a meeting. It was made in a room without windows, far beneath Earth's surface. The walls were old steel. The air smelled of dust and cold metal. This place had been built before humans reached the stars. Only one screen was active. On it was a single line of text, Protocol Iron Response. Most leaders had never heard of it. It was not part of modern strategy. It did not appear in public records. It was written after humanity's first contact war, when humans learned a hard truth about the galaxy. Peace was respected only when backed by fear. The order required no vote. Eden, 12 had already met every condition. A civilian colony destroyed. No warning given. No chance to surrender. The system accepted the command. Across human space, hidden hangars opened. Ships that had never been seen by outsiders powered on for the first time. Their hulls were dark. Their weapons were silent. Many had no names, only numbers. Old AI minds awakened from deep sleep. They checked time stamps, then calculated routes. Some had waited hundreds of years for this signal. Human engineers watched from control rooms as energy readings climbed higher than anything they had ever seen. One whispered, "How many are there?" The answer came back slowly. Then it kept growing. 5,000, 50,000, 200,000. The number did not stop. Beyond Earth's orbit, space itself began to bend as fleets aligned. Jump points flared open one after another. From the outside, it looked like stars were turning off. Meanwhile, the galaxy continued as normal. Markets opened. Fleets patrolled borders. The species that destroyed Eden, 12 celebrated their victory, proud of their strength. They never noticed the long-range sensors failing. They never questioned why the stars ahead looked darker than before, because by the time their alarms finally screamed, the count had reached 500,000, and Earth's answer was already moving. The first alien sensor station to detect a movement did not understand what it was seeing. Its screens filled with distorted signals. Space ahead looked crowded, yet empty at the same time. Readings contradicted each other. Mass without clear shape, energy without source. The operators thought it was a malfunction. They rebooted the system. That was when the stars began to disappear. One by one, points of light vanished from their displays, not because they were destroyed, but because something massive was passing in front of them. Something so large, so dense, it swallowed entire sections of space. Emergency reports spread across the sector. Unknown object detected. Jump lanes unstable. Multiple signatures, too many to count. Fleets were scrambled. Commanders demanded answers. Some laughed at the panic, calling it sensor noise or human tricks. Then the first human warship emerged. It did not fire. It did not broadcast. It simply arrived. Its hull was black, wide as a city, and covered in cold white lights. Behind it came another, and another, then hundreds more, unfolding from hyperspace like a moving wall. Within minutes, the sky was filled. 500,000 warships took position across the system, blocking stars, planets, and escape routes. Smaller ships hid behind larger ones. Carriers released swarms of drones that formed perfect, silent patterns. Alien crews froze at their stations. They had never seen anything like this. This was not a fleet meant to fight. It was a fleet meant to end things. Communications finally came online. A single human signal spread across every channel, every language, every frequency. No threat, no demand, only a short message. You were warned once. Across the alien worlds, panic replaced pride. Fleets powered up too late. Weapons charged with shaking hands. Because now they understood. This was not retaliation. This was what came after mercy ran out. The alien command believed they still had a chance. Orders were shouted. Weapons were charged. Defensive lines formed around key planets. On screens, their fleets looked impressive. Thousands of ships layered shields, weapons ready to fire. Against any normal enemy, it would have been enough. Against Earth, it meant nothing. The human fleet did not advance all at once. Instead, sections moved with perfect timing. Some ships jumped closer. Others vanished and reappeared behind defensive lines. Entire battle groups were surrounded before a single shot was fired. Then the first strike came, not from the front, but from everywhere. Human weapons did not burn or explode. They erased. Alien ships lost power in an instant. Hulls folded inward as if space itself had turned against them. Crews had no time to react. Command ships went dark, cutting off all coordination. The defenders tried to fight back. Their shots vanished before reaching human lines. Missiles lost guidance. Targeting systems failed. Every move they made had already been predicted. Within minutes, resistance collapsed. Planets watched from below as their skies filled with silent human ships. Cities prepared for destruction that never came. No bombs fell. No worlds burned. Instead, the human fleet stopped. Every remaining alien vessel was disabled, drifting helplessly in space. That was when the message changed. Human ships opened wideband transmission, so every world could hear. This is not conquest, the voice said, calm and steady. This is consequence. One by one, data streams followed. Images of Eden 12, burning cities. The final words of its people. The galaxy watched in horror. This was not a war meant to be won. It was a lesson meant to be remembered. And for the first time, the galaxy realized the truth. Humanity had not come to destroy them. Humanity had come to make sure this never happened again. When the fighting stopped, the galaxy was still. No fleets moved. No weapons fired. The stars themselves seemed to wait. 500,000 human warships held position, silent and unmoving, like a wall between the past and the future. Then Earth spoke again. The message was sent from every human ship at once. It was not loud. It did not threaten. It was simple, clear, and impossible to ignore. Eden 12 was a civilian colony. It carried no weapons. It posed no threat. Images followed. Families, schools, parks under glass domes. Then the flames, the silence, the ashes. This response was measured. The message continued. We did not burn your worlds. We did not erase your people. We showed restraint. Many listening did not agree. To them, this was already terrifying beyond measure. The message ended with one final warning. Let this be the last colony you destroy. After that, the human fleet began to move, not forward, away. Warships jumped out in waves, disappearing into hyperspace. Systems that had been sealed shut reopened. Trade routes slowly came back online. Alien fleets drifted back to ports, damaged but alive. The galaxy exhaled. On Earth, the ancient systems powered down. Hangars sealed. Oceans grew quiet again. Humanity returned to its cities, its markets, its ordinary life. But something had changed. Across the stars, new laws were written. Civilian colonies were marked as untouchable. Human space was given a wide, respectful distance. And when human ships passed through alien systems, no one laughed anymore, because the galaxy had learned the lesson Eden 12 paid for. Humans did not seek war, but when pushed beyond mercy, they answered together with the weight of 500,000 warships and a silence no one dared challenge again.